shoes. Great colored coupes. Oh, no, I can't be number 2. MVP, the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. It's an Indian summer afternoon, perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
Here we go. 480. 52. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 26.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. 26.
Here's Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
47. Bang, bang. 26.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Here we go, here we go. Go right in. Watch the flat, watch the flat. Watch the flat, watch the flat. Watch it. We're going to 53. 26.
Draw play, Elliott. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. It's Jordan Wilkins here, second-year man from Ole Miss. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll run with the second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen looking for his running back, and he's got him. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Watch the screen. He goes to you is you. Come to me, it's me. Hey, alert, alert. Mike 55, Mike 55. Smooth. He's heavy on the edge.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. This is Wilkins, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They go play action here on first down. Walford's got it. Complete. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now Rosen looking to throw. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Again, it's Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We saw everything we needed to see right there. Timing, anticipation, and accuracy. And when Josh Rosen throws a slant, if you're the receiver, get your hands up. Otherwise, the ball is going to...
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jordan Wilkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Elliott on first down, got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
54 miles. Wild flip.
A quick throw there out to Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
I'm scared.
On second and very short, Rosen. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
Switch up, switch up. Check, lucky. Hey, alert. Check.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They come up in an offset eye. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Back. Check, crunch. Right there. 54 Mike. What's the run? Hey, they're running it.
They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. On second down, Elliott. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 10th carry now for Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking, usually the best way to maintain control.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Now, this game certainly has some historical ties. These two teams met way back in Super Bowl VI, played at Tulane Stadium in New Orleans, Dallas getting the victory. First title for the Cowboys. They've won 4 more since, but that next season was when Miami had the perfect season, still the only undefeated campaign in league history, as they capped it with a win over Washington in Super Bowl VII in Los Angeles. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Rosen now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. A draw play now. Delage. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Rosen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This will be from 49 yards out. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to them.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what.
He's got a man complete. It's a gain of 35. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Balaj. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down and 4, Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Rosen off the play action. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb. His first touchdown of the new season, and the Cowboys cut into that lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
On play action, Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Third and long here for Rosen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Austin. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
They go to Elliott again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Back now in Arlington, it's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A nice-looking play to start the drive. Down the middle and complete. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down, it's Wilkins. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Who we got?
They'll stay on the ground. Barrage again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one a first down pickup of 8. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They run again with Wilkins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. And now it's Rosen looking. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Jdpickle-jamieca with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man complete. It's a gain of 35. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
The throw over the middle, take it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he finds Austin complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Now Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it here with Wilkins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback, but when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll be taken down across the 50. At the 45 in enemy territory.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. That's complete to Cobb. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Prescott now, 12 of 16 thus far. It's first and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21.
Here we go, 46.
Back to throw. Caught by Cobb. Open space inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone